Alrighty gamers, welcome in to No Such Time to Main. Today, I'm making a video directed towards something that isn't exactly biblical, but it is more or less a video explaining examples of something I see. Now, women are accepting these men in quite often that complain about everything, okay? They're accepting these men who have a lot of problems and they complain about everything, and women give them the attention that they're unprovided attention, and they'll overlook men like me. So I'm bringing this up for men who have a problem with getting into relationships with women, and women who have a problem understanding why certain men aren't getting with women. And this is basically women's fault because they're allowing this and they're accepting this. Now, I don't hate women. First of all, I'm going to say that. I do read the Bible, and I have a lot of respect for these women in here. Okay, they did not choose beta men. They chose alpha males because you'll notice that they're always end up in charge of things. Okay, so I want to give examples of why this has become a problem in society and how women can look at this video and be like, all right, I see what he's saying. So let's break down a few examples, and I'm gonna start bringing up Melanie Mac's moderators to her, profiles and all that, because I've been blocked by a lot of her moderators, and a lot of her moderators are sitting there trying to hold me down, and I'm not even doing anything wrong. They're being angry at me because I'm sitting there trying to help them understand where they're going wrong about something. And this got into a whole dispute with this guy over on her profile, and I had to reach out to Melanie explaining, hey, you know what? You're choosing a lot of beta males to run your profiles, and you're not using real alpha males to run your profiles. And then I get blocked and banned all the time. So I want to break this down and show you guys exactly what I mean. So let's get into it. All right. So to start here, there's this guy named Pervy Avocado, which I openly told her to look out for this guy and talk to this guy because all he does, if you scroll down, I don't know if she would be accepting of that, because of how provocative it is, but he does this kind of stuff. He's okay with like just doing all this awful stuff to her. And as you can see, when you look in the comment section at this is people just ranting about how she's like this horrible human being, and she's really not. And this is where the beta males come into play. They'll tell a woman they're a horrible human being for decisions they go and make, and then will go after me because I'm acceptable of what she's doing in this decision. All right. So, like example, if I was Melanie's friend, I'd be like, okay, that's okay to do. But when you come down here and look at these comments, these are people just mad at her. Okay. This is a beta male grift, as some may say. These are beta males complaining about everything. Beta males usually revolve themselves around the LGBTQ movement or some kind of like really bad movement that they've allowed themselves to fall in victim to. So as you can see, what's going on here is they're complaining about her. Okay, let's go back again. And right here, this is a full complaint about how she's doing something wrong. Okay, I don't complain about what she does. I complain about choices she makes with her moderators, okay? Her moderators and things as such. So, again, this is another example of somebody grifting off of something she said. This girl came in to hate on something she's doing. And then we got the beta males and the beta girls down here again complaining about the fact that they don't like what she did. So this is normal beta behavior, all right? So I don't know I don't know why she's just like accepting these people and why she's okay with these people. Now, let's go back again and look into more of this. So again, they got mad that she said this, okay? So I am not against that. I am fully okay with her saying that because in Christianity, the LGBTQ isn't even accepted unless you're trying to convert and then come back to normal. But homosexuality is not accepted in Christianity. And people get mad at me for that all the time. So again, these are betas complaining about what she's doing because they don't like her choices. Betas click up together and show common interests in decisions she makes. Now, if we go over to this, now I dealt with one of her moderators right here, Pervy Avocado, and he's just like He keeps calling me names. This is normal behavior for a beta male, to, look, he's basically, he's a really bad moderator, by the way. He's sitting there bragging about stuff. He's just making himself into an example of what. All right, so if we go up a little bit. Now, I corrected him on this picture. This is what got me in trouble. But he had this picture up, and she's right there. This has nothing to do with her. He was placing it on this guy right here, which was, again, had nothing to do with her. And he blocked me over it. And I told him, I was like, no, she needs to be up front. This is about her, brother, and not anybody else. You broke your own rule. And then people doxed me that same day on a stream because they're so tired. They're all clicking together against me right now and bullied me, and I got told, looking up a court record, when I get bullied and almost got killed, okay? So I literally had been bullied over this, and this is why the court record came up. But this is an example of what Melanie Mac is, I'm trying to warn Melanie Mac of. See, he's coping. This is a coping mechanism where he's stating that I have a low IQ, and then he's telling me, you're just there to comment and obey. He's like basically showing why he's a beta here, okay? Now, he has me prevented from even commenting in here. And I'm putting her name on this video specifically so she can stop choosing people like this as her moderators, because I got blocked over something that wasn't even my fault. But his rule, he broke his own rule. I don't know what's going on with him. I haven't heard from him for like 2 days, but I hope something happened to him where he has to sit there and rethink his choices on things, because to go out of your way and completely block me from trying to, like, help you make a correction on something that wasn't even rational to begin with. This was totally irrational, and this was breaking rules, okay? So he made this picture into a huge deal, and he just, like, as you can see here, he's bragging about the fact that he's got me banned, all that other stuff. So he's just like, he's proving why he thinks he's better than me. He even openly says here in the comments, or the chat, he's telling me to bow down to him and stuff like that. And, I said some things because, he needs to hear it, but you're beneath a mod, okay? So when I go to Melanie and tell her, about what you're doing here, you're breaking rules, and you're talking so much trash about this woman, it's not even funny. And he's making stuff up about her. So I'm making this video not only to help her to understand, but to help get people to know that she is also going through stuff on top of it. Now, let's go back to the big screen, and I'll go into explaining more about what this is and how to realize you're going up against, how to realize when there's a beta male around you. Beta males are all around us, and it's hard to pick up on, but this is a psychology lesson. So women aren't choosing these kind of men anymore. So women are choosing men that can do for themselves instead of pandering to the crowd of people who are doing this to everybody. So let's get back to the big screen. All right, so I want you ladies out there watching this to give this a test, okay? This is what you need to do. Go to, like, a place where you'll see a guy by himself, and then go and pay attention to how the group of males clicking together act. You'll always see a similar reaction from all of them, okay? And then after the woman leaves that I'm talking to, I have some beta male coming up and being a complete jerk to me right after they leave. Right after they leave. I deal with it at my own job, okay? There's this kid, this Latin kid, that anytime he sees me talking to a girl, he gets mad. He gets mad. And this is what beta mentality is. You are truly a beta if you're getting mad at a man for talking to a woman. Okay? You are a beta. You need to accept it. Okay? And women, you need to look at this as an example. Go out and test this. See how the betas react. The beta, you will look over and you will see a beta clenching his fist, mad because you're not talking to him. You're talking to the alpha. And this is normal beta behavior, okay? This is something women need to start picking up on, because we're seeing society in a downfall because women keep choosing beta males. They're not choosing alpha men anymore. They're not choosing men who are doing for themselves anymore. And you'll see it. You'll see it. And when it comes down to behavior, they will talk, they will both, if it's more than one, they will all talk against the alpha male. They will make the alpha male look bad. And then I've witnessed an argument I had with a beta male yesterday that he was literally he was literally putting words in my mouth saying that I'm a bad person, that I harass women, all that sort of stuff. And I told him, I was like, look, if you have a wife, let me sit in a chat and talk to her myself. See what she does. All right. I asked this person for a picture, okay, to show their face. He's like, oh, well, you're harassing her. I was like, no, no, I'm not. I'm asking for a picture to make sure she's a woman. So I know you're not into dudes, because that would be a funnier moment. So I asked him again, and he just didn't say anything back to me. So this was normal beta behavior. The beta behavior goes like this. Betas will always pick on alpha males. It starts with them boasting about stuff they have, feeling good about something they have, and then it leads into insulting the person, whether it be about IQ or something else, telling them they're ugly, telling them they're not fathomable for women, telling them that everybody hates them. And it gets to the point where they will bully somebody, and they don't get in trouble for it at all. All right, and it's because it's a clique mentality. I see it in my Discord. In fact, here, let's take a look at something. We're gonna go over to my Discord, and I'm gonna show you an example of what beta male. All right. So we're in this Discord here, and I started. Where did this start? Okay, I started saying something earlier that just really set these two off. Okay, these are betas. Okay, you can always tell, because see how they're clicking up on me and then trying to barrage me with harassment and stating the fact I'm a fat, creepy retard. People are laughing at you, and this is like normal behavior from these two. These are like normal behaviors from people. Again, they say I'm projecting. I'm not projecting. They're basically complaining to me, and you can see it within all of these. It's like you can see that there's beta mentality there, and let me explain something, okay? I'm usually not okay with trans people. This one here, I'm usually okay with it, but they do piss me off. They do piss me off, and they set me off sometimes, and I have to go in and tell them, and then they'll do something outside of me reminding them of how they're a horrible human being by what they're saying. Now, I know some of this is joking, but boy, some days it just becomes too much, and then it becomes a form of them showing that they're in a clique, which is beta mentality. Again, they are getting mad at me because I'm literally stating facts to them. All right, so and you look at it, it's just all they're doing is complaining to me about how I look, about what I'm doing, about how they think I'm stupid for doing what I'm doing. And it gets to the point where it's like, okay, this is full beta mentality when you look at it. Okay, this is normal beta male behavior, and this is normal beta behavior. This is normal standard for victimizing the guy victimizing the guy that is the biggest, nicest dude there to make him look like a bad guy. This is normal behavior for these, okay? And you can see this everywhere. Like, when you look at it, okay, I'm the one that gets picked on and bullied the most, even though I don't complain about it. But I put up with it because you know what? But what you're seeing is normal behavior from beta personalities, okay? This is a normal beta personality thing. They all harass you because they know that you can do better than them. And regardless, you're going to be more successful than them. That is why they do what they do. You'll learn that alphas and sigmas are the most successful people in the world. They do not seem to understand that. They will act like little kids to try to terrorize you, bring you down, and then stop you from succeeding in anything. And this has become a problem in society for a while now. And I had to bring this up on this channel because we're not seeing the effects. We're seeing people, forgetting about God here. Okay, this is where women are making poor decisions and then taking it. They're having those beta males that the women give attention to go off. Again, go out in public and test that theory of going up and talking to a guy who is by himself that you think is decently good looking. And then look at the crowd of boys, men over yonder, and see how they react and see what they do. You'll notice as a woman, if you go from that guy and you walk off and you mind your own business, they will react a certain way. You can turn around and probably record them being an asshole to the guy, and that's the sad, cold, hard reality of it. Betas act up in behind your back, and you will see that. And I've seen it. I've seen it plenty of times where beta males will act up. Like I said, there's a little Latin boy that acts up anytime a girl talks to me. He will openly act up. He will come over and act like a freaking weirdo to me. And he acts like and then he'll smile because for some reason he openly won't admit that inside he probably is feeling some sort of way about himself. So what he does is he makes a reaction out of it instead, or like he'll come over and try to be friendly with me because he feels like he's more important than me. This is a behavior that needs to stop. We need to stop condoning to this. Women, you need to start paying attention to when you're condoning to this, because this is normal behavior now where men are acting like it's okay to be mad at men for what? Getting a woman's attention? That's something I don't like. All right, and that's something that needs to change. And Melanie Mac, if you're listening to this, which I'm going to put your name, I want you to pay attention to the people you pick as your moderators and change that. All right? I want to be able to communicate in your Reddit page, but people are making it difficult for me because they all want to try to bring me down. This is the acceptance of beta behavior, okay? This is the acceptance of people that you don't want in your life, okay? So all in all, you need to pay attention who you're choosing for moderators. You need to pay attention to who you're choosing for as anything, and they use a tactic with it. Again, one last example of it, okay? This is an example of how this all works, okay? So you see what I've been put through the Discord, okay? This is how their tactic works, all right? They will like boast about something, try to make you feel bad about yourself. And then what they do is you disagree with them. They will up the ante to the next level and tell you you're still wrong, or like still make you feel a certain way about something. And if you deny that, they'll still work on it, and that's what causes them to have these arguments with people. That is why I don't put up with it. That is why when people like that transgender person in the Discord, which I don't know how I feel about sometimes, but they really need to be put in their place, really, really needs to work on their own personal inner issues, okay? You're taking your demons, your personal issues, out on me through hatred, all right? Think about this before you do this next time to somebody, how you're reacting and how you look to them, because you're not being a friendly person. You're being a jerk. And whether you like to realize it or not, we have to accept when we're wrong. I'm accepting when I'm wrong a lot, but when people are literally poking fun at every fiber of my being because I look a certain way and I'm still pretty fit as it is, that's amazing. That's amazing. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going. And you know why I don't complain about it? Because I know I'm doing a hell of a lot better than what they are. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you like this, or if you want to learn more about subjects I'm going to talk about here, like this outside of the Bible, feel free to consult me on the subject, and I will actually try to talk about it here. But until then, guys, have a blessed day. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Also, please subscribe to the channel. And also, hit the notification bell to get more from me. And pay attention to when you're accepting of this stuff, because you are accepting of it probably more than you realize as a woman, and you need to take a step back from looking at what you're looking at, okay? Stop accepting these beta males. That's the last thing I'm saying. All right, take it easy.